Hey guys, I'm Reach Zero, and I usually stream on Twitch under the same name, but this time I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I do a little pre-recorded thing. So when I stream a lot, I like to interact with chat, have fun and pop jokes and stuff. But at the same time, I feel like for people that want to come to like learn things, it's a little bit hard for me to try to be educational, funny, and play well in the game at the same time. So I think I'm gonna try to start doing, some of these like ranked review type stuff of previous games that I have on stream, and that are pretty good. Not one-sided, not complete smashes. Your average game where I can hopefully drop some tips to help you guys. So this one, I think this one happened either yesterday or the day before that. On stream, I usually play mid, right? And I think my elo on this account was like middle diamond. So I mean it's a relatively high-ish elo game. I mean obviously not like super high or anything like not masters tier on this account, but I've been masters in the past, so I mean I feel like for the most part I know what I'm doing. But start getting in the game now that we're in laning phase. So I hate the start that's some people are doing right now. You start red buff like you see right here. Like I hate that, right? Because we have complete mid pressure, right? Like yeah, they get red buff and they get red buff on their ADC, but I mean see here it's good when the enemy does this red buff start. It's pretty popular right now that you go and you zone them out, right? Because see they're losing. They lost an entire wave of XP and they popped an active to try to chase down my boy Khepri. Yeah, I hate this start because like we're an entire wave of XP up. We're around the same XP right now, but we still have both of our buffs to do, or our mid laner and jungler can do the buffs, right? So things like that I think it's a little bit better to start in lane, like no matter what, unless you're completely gonna get outshoved, right? And here, I aggress with my Khepri. I see that he's going pretty ham, and luckily able to get first blood there. Cernunnos is pretty strong right now. Yeah, Medusa was pushed up way too far, and I saw that she had her 1 and 2, right? So she doesn't have dash at all, which you should definitely get at level 2. It's Medusa, especially if you're fighting against the Cernunnos and whoever. But she had no way to escape, right? And see here, we can still get our buffs and stuff, right? And I had seen, right, that they had already done these because it had the pillar of light that shows if the enemy has them. And so I saw they already done those. So we go do our purple while we have some time before the waves crash again. Now we're whole level up. Lane's over for the enemy right now. Like Cernunnos, Khepri level up, lane's over. They need to be playing extremely cautiously here because we can go ham on them at like any time. And on Cernunnos, that's like a big thing that you saw me do there, is you really want to try to hit the person and the archers at least with your little root area. Khepri's trying to go to the purple buff, I think, there, when I know the Thor is probably on this side because, mids are up and it's just probably Thor's hanging that side. So I'm like, don't really want to do purple Khepri. And then, they're still playing way too far up for, what it is. They get double rooted there. Taking a little bit of damage. I think I have boots now, so... Oh no, yeah. So we're actually going to purple now because we do have a lane advantage. I know everything's done in mid lane. We have Soul, like we have 2 players on our side right now, so that's the time where it's good to pressure. We can pressure into the enemy jungle and we know we have backup, right? And stuff's happening in the left lane. I had no idea. I think our Oda was playing a little bit aggressive for our mid laner and jungler were like hanging left side in mid lane, like. Odin had no idea where the enemy was. He probably jumped trying to put some damage on somebody and got caught. So we're still up about 1,000 gold right now on the enemy team, which is pretty sizable lead for early game. We just asked it back. I have an entire level on her, and I saw her back on the last like archer or something, I think. So I know she's back here. Now I have a level advantage up. Can I see? All right. So should have been on items the whole time. Sorry. And so I can. The build I started with was Bluestone Boots 1, and I think I had 2 of each pot, beads, because, Medusa, I think they have Fafnir, right? Need beads for that lane. And they have a Thor jungle, so it's like, definitely need beads over, like, Aegis or any other thing I'd want to go. Just poking her out. I know I have, like, a ton of pressure here, so there's no reason to not use my 2, because, I mean, she's not going to push up to the wave here, pressure too hard. When you're playing against Medusa, I always want to stay way outside the waves, Put a little bit more pressure on her here. She juked the correct way. I had to either choose she was going to juke right or left. She juked left. It's good for her. She predicted me pretty well. So I'm hanging their jungle here. I see that their red's up, but we're getting kind of pushed out in mid lane. So I'm thinking, that's probably not a great idea. Camzot's holding right lane, so I'm like, yeah, red buff steal, probably not good. Good thing I didn't, because Thor was coming from the base. So it's kind of things you got to be looking for. Gonna build here. Everything's pretty standard on both sides. Bracer's dumb broken right now. Get it on like everybody who can afford it, right? So I see everything's going down mid lane. I was gonna do those, but I'm like, alright, gotta help my team mid lane. Stuff's popping off right now. Mid lane dies, kind of sucks. If I go for a pick on Ra, he Aegises, and I'm like, well, that sucks. Fortunately, we don't get any kills back. It was just a really awkward fight. I wasn't quite there. Maybe when I should have been, I was doing the oracles when I probably could have rotated a little bit earlier. Don't think I would have made too much of a difference, but if I got the flank off earlier, might have been able to help. We still get oracle pressure and stuff because everybody was super low on the enemy team. So I mean, it's not a total loss for us. We still have like 1,000 gold lead. Stuff's pretty much ironed out for the most part. So I'm trying to think, our Odin's being a little bit aggressive in this solo lane right now. He's getting kind of punished, but being super aggressive. So I'm kind of only going to do my perspective for the most part, but I'm still going to try to talk about some things that happen on the map because, you know, I really only know specifically what, you know, what I was thinking. I'm going to try to do these reviews of games that I had, like, pretty recently, so I still have my thought processes in mind, and hopefully I can remember some of the things, talking points and stuff that I was thinking, even if I didn't necessarily say it on stream because I was, you know, saying hi to somebody or something. That's what I tried to do. So he got ganked again in solo lane. It kind of sucks. Yeah, I saw they were putting a ton of pressure on right lane, right? So I'm like, all right, we need to, you know, put some pressure here. We end up not getting the purple buff. The whole enemy team collapses on us. I'm like, bro, what's going on, boys? But our jungler's in base and our mid was doing harpy, so it's whatever. I think Odin was super tilted by this point. Cause I think Odin was getting camped and our Camazotz was kind of hovering mid and trying to put pressure on oracles and stuff, which, I mean, it's just two different strategies of the junglers. Their path goes way too hand. Wait, no, just kidding. They actually frag kept her here. That was actually good by them. Oh, I think they saw I was and Medusa. That was an extremely optimistic ult. I mean, team's getting collapsed on here. I have no mana, trying to lifesteal up off some minions. I go up here because I see, hey, my team is rotating now. I have a good chance of picking up some assists, so rather than go back or anything, I got sniped by Ra here, almost got deleted. So we pick up some stuff on the back. Odin made a really, really good rotation here. We're going to lose solo tower for it, but Odin's rotation netted us 2 kills and a bunch of pressure. I think we ended up doing Gold Fury here too because Odin is helping us. He's going a little ham here, but it's also kind of a distraction while we do gold. I don't even, yeah, he doesn't even get picked, so I mean, we're in a really good situation. Wukong's fine. I mean, alright, so I'm gonna pause real quick. This irks me so hard when solo laners do this and I'm playing mid or jungle, right? Like, enemy teams doing Gold Fury, that is gone. Like, they want to fight duo side of the map. Solo laner didn't rotate. I mean, it wasn't terrible. Like, you know, maybe, did he have TP? Yeah, he didn't have TP. No TP. So he's like, all right, team, can't help you. What you need to do as a solo laner right here, don't come mid. No, that's so bad. This tower is like one wave from dying. You pick up this wave of XP, you probably pick up the next wave, and you get the tower for your team. And buffs are spawning. Like, even if he didn't know that, like, he probably would have noticed that these buffs are spawning after he takes this tower, right? And like, that's like we're gonna get gold regardless. Him being there, not gonna do anything. So I mean, in my opinion, that was kind of not a great rotation by your boy Wukong here, but like, I don't know, it just irks me, man. Cause he's coming in the back now, right? And like, I think he might get a kill or something here, but like, he's 1v4. He's not gonna get more than like one shallow. He doesn't even get a kill here, I don't think, because we have good peel and stuff. Even if I die, we might lose somebody here. I don't remember entirely. No, I think everybody's. We got 1 kill, but we got Gold Fury for 1 kill. Save solo lane tower. Like, that's so big. All right, they're still diving. They're nutty. What's going on here? I forgot what's happening here. Oh yeah, dive the people with the Kepri. That's a good idea. Enemy. Oh, wow, he almost died. Jesus. Are you okay, buddy? Dang, bro. Actually got smashed. All right. So checking out the build, I go Ichevol second most of the time on AD carries because I like boxing in lane and winning boxing matches, and Ichevol does that for you, right? She's going the Shifters build. I don't necessarily like the Shifters build all the time. So I'm also playing super cautious here, right? Because 2v1, obviously. Our buffs are spawning. If I die here, we lose all our buffs, and it's not a good time if I get picked for no reason. So playing super safe, respecting the Fafnir CC chain into Medusa CC chain. Gonna mess me up. Don't want to blow my beats for no reason either. But yeah, I like going Ichevol because it wins you fights, and on Cernunnos it's really good because the increased attack speed lets you, you know, it just helps your one be more useful, right? Like it helps you stack the slow faster, it helps you, you know, get more lifesteal faster. It's just a good thing in general. Tag. I don't know if this is the best place for my webcam. All right, next video I'm gonna change my webcam placement up. It's probably not a good place for it. Probably should have it, you know, up here somewhere is probably where I should have it, but. Regardless, learning things for the next one, so you can see the enemy actors. That's like the only thing you guys can't see right now. I'm trying to think of what else is happening. They're pressuring super hard soul lane side, right? So like, all right, we're making a play in middle lane, right? Because they're pushing hard solo side. I'm making an aggressive play middle lane or like left lane because I know where everybody else on the map is, right? That's why I'm going for this invade right here. So. They dive that guy. Our Odin's mad tilted. He's chilling it through some pings. Like, he definitely should have just given the tower. Now I think we're going to get rolled in mid lane just because the pressure and stuff that him dying over there meant. Like, we're going so aggressive in middle. Just farming out against Medusa. Like, I beat her in a 1v1 and she knows that, so she's playing it pretty safe. She also has the inside track because my team was so far pushed up to get to the middle lane here. They also see me, like, I know they see me on the oracles, but I'm like, I have to help my team do something here, right? They see me I didn't know that Warp was there either. So they definitely see me coming in here. I'm like, oh god. Medusa's fried or something. Ash just at me at the tower. So right now, like, the whole team's dead. Thor tries to pop me. I don't know what that was. Alright, so this was some pretty cool tech I did here on Cernunnos, though. I don't know if... Let me go back like 30 seconds. Or let me speed up a little bit to get back to that. I'm not great with the
I'm just getting started.
With the thing, but I'm gonna get better through these hopefully. So like right? So I don't necessarily know that Thor's there, but I know that like by the way they're playing in mid lane right now, like somebody's gotta be here, right? And so I'm ready for the Thor right here. Alright, so see he jumps in, right? He's got like 250 health. He thinks he can just double tap auto me into spin and kill me. But I turn around fast enough. So I threw one auto, and then I threw another auto and canceled the ending animation of it into a dash, and that was 250 damage right there, easy. Or maybe it was only one auto and a dash or something, but it was really quick. Like I threw an auto and then I immediately went to my dash animation, and it was super fast, big burst of damage, and that killed Thor before his spin could, you know, mess me up. And so that's kind of the thing you gotta. That's more of like a practice thing. That's more of a like, you know, playing the game enough to know. Like how to auto cancel and to cancel. I know there are a bunch of, I'm not going to go into that in this video. There's a bunch of other videos that you can look up of auto canceling and how to do it and where it's useful and stuff. That's one example where it paid off. Like if I didn't cancel that fast enough, or if, you know, maybe I went for 2 autos instead of like auto into an ability, I probably would have died to Thor damage there because he has, you know, a pretty hefty amount of damage to hit me with it. He's really strong. He's 5-2. So I'm kind of switching lanes here. So Odin pushed up my wave, right? That's completely fine as long as I get to go solo lane and get some farm now, right? We got 4 strong here. Odin is invading red. He had no idea where anyone was. It was a very interesting decision by Odin. He's mad tilted right now, so I'm a little slide a little bit. Because unfortunately we didn't pick up that kill because we know everybody's left side. So we're like, hey, we got to do something on this right side. Game's a lot tighter now, you see, even though we're down in kills, because we got Gold Fury and we've played smart on the other side of the map, we're definitely, we're about even right now in the game. Like, game's really tight. So I'm going for Rage next because I'm ahead, and I love going for crit when I'm ahead, right? Because if you can get a Rage early and start stacking it up, here I'm just messing with you. The next series is embarrassing, don't mess. Talk about me, it was bad. This whole exchange with Wukong here. But anyway, so I really enjoy going crits like really early if I can get away with it. Because I was really strong in this game, right? I was like probably the strongest person on my team. Yeah, I'm definitely the strongest right now. And so I'm like, alright, I need to make something happen, right? If I get Rage early enough, get the passes stacked up, I'll be really, really strong in these fights. And a few crits could completely swing the fight in our favor. Like, I can blow up anybody right now. Like, they're all really pretty squishy on the enemy team. Except for, like, Wukong, which I learned right here. He's old. Man, I don't know what's going on. Oh, yeah, and, like, I would have killed this Wukong right here. But the Thor was there. And it wasn't a great time for me. And I'm like, alright, boys, what are we doing? We got an Odin diving over here. That's something. But I think I called for the Gold Fear here. And yeah, we get Gold Fear because they like 2 manas here. I got them both to 1 HP, which is really good. Because that means they can't, you know, necessarily immediately come back and rotate and kill my team in Gold Fury. They do end up still getting the tower because their team, you know, let Thor know that everyone was on the other side of the map, so he was fine to push. So it's whatever. It's fine. Thinking we still have Odin making aggressive moves because he knows Thor's over there, so he says I'm fine to take this purple. It's good, it's good. Go back here. So I would try to stay on me mostly, but it was an interesting series of events. So Medusa's still going for this. I don't like the shifters. You're going Ichaival this late. Like, me and her aren't even boxing anymore, right? Like, so I don't like an Ichaival pickup here. Like, yeah, attack speed's good, but, you know, why not go for an Executioner? You're not necessarily boxing an ADC anymore. Ichaival isn't going to be as useful, I don't think, as, say, you know, Executioner. You know, Executioner shredding for Thor and Wukong. Like, that's a lot more useful, in my opinion, than going Ichaival here. And, like, yeah, you can have builds that are pretty, like, set in stone, but your builds also need to be flexible, right? Like, she's probably used to being ahead or, like, super strong, and then, you know, Ichaival where she's still boxing the person. Like, that's still kind of useful. So I'm going to see how we play this team fight right here. Wukong, the enemy Wukong is going way too hard. So I was able to dash, hit both of them. It's unfortunate I got stunned here. I had both my actives, but I didn't blowing beads to chase Medusa there might have been worth it, but not entirely sure. I was already taking a speed buff because you knew he wouldn't make it to the fight. Just taking their red. So we know here, because we just got a few picks, I think we made the call here to just shove left lane. Yeah, because we're really, really strong. So Medusa knows she has no chance. She got poked out, had to use, you know, ulti active stuff. She says, can't defend this tower, so we get a tower for free. Now we're back up a little bit of gold. We're looking good again. That fight was, that Wukong overextending was very, very good for us. But I think now the enemy team might be looking, because they see us over here, right? They were looking for this, but we also had people in the middle lane, and their whole team wasn't up yet. Another fight mid lane. I saw Thor throw his hammer, right? So I'm like, I think I made the call to go in here. I'm like, yeah. But then Wukong's like, in the back, he's like, sup, bro? Your enemy solo laner's still in right lane. And I think we lose. Yeah, we lose the fight really hard here. I beats kind of late, and A gets nothing. This is sloppy. Pretty bad. I heard Ross Snipe go off, kited one side, got it off luckily, but so Odin's still pushing here, right? And it's like, I agree with him to keep pushing after we lost the fight, but like up until then he probably should have matched the Wukong's rotation, but like I'm not gonna be upset with him at this point because that was the move he needed to make. And then we call him like, hey, you better get that tower, dog. You lost us the fight. Like, it's okay, but you need to get that tower. I think they're gonna make the call here to go either FG or Portal, just because, you know, they want a big fight, and this is about the point of the game where you want to do that. So they're going for Portal. I think I was saying, yeah, like I see the UFO, I'm like, all right, they got Portal, whatever. Odin's like, I'm our hero, baby. He jumps in. I think he kills himself. I think. No, he doesn't. The enemy team doesn't want to chase. They have Portal. That's whatever. Actually, she's going Odysseus, but that's interesting. I forgot that she did that. They have 3 shifters, and items pretty balanced, right? I also don't like this Wukong build, right? Like, solo laners, please build HP. Like, he's so squishy to magic right now. Like, Soul shreds this guy right now so hard. Soul is absolutely gonna murder this guy's life because he just has no. He has a little bit of magic protection here, but like no HP. He's just gonna get ripped apart by our Soul. And our Soul's like, even though she was kind of weak, she's scaling up now. She already has, you know, Bancross Obstride. She's doing a decent amount of damage. I'm going Executioner now because I'm like, all right, I need to shred for you know, Odin and Camazotz do a bunch of damage too. So Odin hits like a fatty ult here, I'm pretty sure. I'm getting zoned out by Wukong. I really don't want to let this guy do this for free. I know, like, Camazot's being the diver he is, I'm hoping he can pick up that kill, and he ends up doing it, and, you know, Wukong doesn't get anything for free. I think I shanked my root. I played this fight kind of badly. I ulted thinking he was going to go back on Soul, but he just went out. Like, I thought, like, that ulti was to save Soul's life. It wasn't necessarily for much else. So I think that ended up being like an even-ish team fight, and I don't know, they just get caught here being silly. Like that was really aggressive by that Ra, like positioning wise. His team wasn't with him, his tanks weren't with him. He was just kind of like, let me face check this. What's going on over here? I think we don't want to go too hard here, but we want to shove these guys out because we might have a chance to do fire here if we get another pick or something. Odin jumped up and down. I'm like, Odin, you just killed yourself, dog. That was not a great idea. It was interesting. There's no way for like us to get over the wall to help him there. Right? If I go past that like line where Fafnir was, I'm dead if we don't get those kills. And that was way too risky for me. I mean, maybe I could have helped him there, but it was still kind of meh. But these fights are still good for me, right? Because I got rage early, right? And like I am physically getting something from getting kills, even if no objectives are being taken, right? So like, that's why rage is really good on me there. I like this Odin's build a lot better. So he's building HP. He's gonna build probably another HP item here, just tankiness in general. Wukong is still not building. I think Wukong was a big reason. I think we won this game, spoilers, but like Wukong might have been a big reason. He was getting ripped apart by Soul in these team fights. Even though he was like trying to burst her before she could do damage, like you're still gonna take damage from Soul for being near her, and he is getting ripped apart for not building health. See, like, look at this. Soul is destroying that guy's life. He has to ulti for like no reason. So I end up dodging, like I saw Thor go up and I ended up dodging it. I got a pretty fat ult here trying to save Soul's life. I think, yeah, Khepri ults her, saves her, which is really good. So Wukong takes another questionable pathing decision to get around us. He's disrespecting us entirely, so we made him pay for it. And we're like, alright, 4v5, we got this, baby. So it hits a pretty good ult. I think they phantomed. Yeah, they phantomed right there to get out of it. So we forced, you know, actives and stuff. I think, yeah, we win this fight really, really hard. The enemy team should have hard retreated after, you know, getting pummeled. After Wukong like almost killing himself, they definitely needed to retreat or anything like that. I'm right here still. I end up even getting. Yeah, I got her Aegis. Disrespected again. I think we end up getting a Phoenix here. I'm going a little bit too hard for Thor here. I'm just trying to force him out so we get the Phoenix. Probably shooting on the Phoenix a little bit earlier, but it's fine. I think we're still okay in this fight specifically. We're going here. I finished Executioner. She also an Executioner here. So interesting Medusa build. I don't hate it as much now. So she was smart enough to at least not go Ichable here because it's pretty much been useless. But I've seen people do that, go Ichable really late. It's not good. So right here, like Wukong just chases me so hard. Like even gets his ulti. Just still going for me. My team's over here. I think we might even be winning the fight. Yeah, like this Wukong played the end of the game really poorly. Like, yeah, he forces my ult there, but, like, actually, his team might be winning the fight. It might have been smart for him to do that, because he knows I'm really strong and, you know, zoning me out. So, I mean, not terrible. Odin's doing red buff instead of helping the team. I don't like that decision very much. Like, Odin here, wow, Odin could have smashed them right here, like this guy. These people, wow. I was kind of greedy by Odin to just go for red buff. He's full HP. Odin was still tilted at us, I think. He didn't like it. Go for more crit here. I'm like, alright, I need a Deathbringer. I can completely end the game if I finish Deathbringer, right? This Fire Giant fight's so good. I'm going to slow this down to just, like, half speed just to show you. Alright, so Odin jumps in. Like, we know they're doing it. Odin's like, I got you guys. I'm like, alright, my time to shine, baby. This is what you want. Odin has them completely distracted. They're tanking tons of damage from Fire Giant. The Fire Giant cools. Odin gets a giant bracer heal off. I'm able to pick up like 2 kills. I made sure to secure the Fire Giant there though. I'm not sure if it was me or Odin that actually got it. But, oh god, I don't know what these autos down. There's so many, we don't talk about it. It's fine. But, yeah. So I made sure to prioritize the Fire Giant right there. Because even if we kill them and they get Fire Giant, it's still not as big a win as it could be. Like, I'm down to drop a kill and get Fire Giant than like go way too hypey for a kill and let them get fired. That's really bad. And we also want to drop Portal Demon here because I have a lot of friends who like just spawn, so I want them to be able to push out with us, like push out this right wave with us as a squad. And you know, I'm backing here because I think I might have had Deathbringer gold, but I think it's more important that I fight with my team here. This is probably my thought process. So right now we still have Middle Phoenix pressure, which is, I think getting Middle Phoenix is really big because we have pressure this whole time, right? Like Fire Wave pushing up, really solid for us. And it lets us put a lot of pressure on this because they have to be like, oh wait, you know, which lane do we go for? That was a really interesting... I don't know if I should. So I'm also like, if you notice in this fight, I'm staying off to the side for like the whole time to avoid most of the major damage. Like I dodged a Thor by being off to the side, almost dodged Medusa ult, not quite though. Camzotz is going really hypey. This is where we almost throw, I think, because we were going extremely hard. And I don't think Khepri actually got us ult off of this fight, which was unfortunate. Wukong's just flying ahead of us to try to slow everyone, I think, but he also doesn't realize how much damage I do and how good my slow is. Yeah, they don't win this fight against me. I'm just way too powerful at this point in the game. Also getting the slow off, which is huge. He's kiting me so hard. But we also pinged. I think somebody pinged that Ra had to defend the base. So like that was our turnkey, right? Like when someone pinged, hey Ra's back in the base. He had to defend Titan. We're like, okay, they don't have Ra sustain, don't have Ra ulti. We can 100% turn and burn these guys. It was really good turn by us. I think I'm just like taunting or something here. We also forced a bunch of Medusa actives here, which is really good. I think I almost killed her too, actually. Oh, not quite. Oh no, I did get her. Nice. Forgot. So, oh yeah, we can't quite end here, which is super unfortunate. I think I died. Yeah, I clapped by the Titan. I was feeling myself a little bit. I think I had like just gotten a triple kill or something. I was feeling myself a little bit there. Alright, so let's see what I buy here. Finish Deathbringer. And now I'm like, well, if I had sustained in these team fights is what I was thinking, right? Like I'll be insane. Or maybe I just only had enough gold for Deathbringer. No, yeah. So I want to get some lifesteal here, right? Because some people are like, you know, Cernunnos doesn't need lifesteal. He has his one if he need it. But like, I'm in slow form 90% of these fights because like having free Frostbound in your kit is literally insane. So like, if I want sustain, it's probably gonna have to come from another source. And like, I'm also getting a bunch of kills in these fights. Like I have 11 kills right now. If I am like, I'm thinking in my head like, if I get a Bloodforge reset, that's huge in a team fight tournament, right? So like, that's really big if I can get that. The Middle Phoenix spawns while you're messing around. So like, we're kind of back in this point where, you know, we're really strong. We can end the game, but we're probably gonna have to wait for another fight right now because we probably can't just straight up end the game right now at this point with, you know, what's been going on. Thor's really strong still. Wukong's really strong, even though he's mad squishy. He does a ton of damage, though. I will give him that for now. He does a lot of damage. He's finally going health and magic defense. It took him 25 minutes into the game. Soul's already scaled really hard. She already has Shred. Like, way too late, in my opinion, for the Silver Talisman. But Medusa has Kins now, so she's actually putting out decent DPS as well. So we have to watch out for her in fights. Camzot's full pen build, that's pretty usual. Our Odin's going to interesting build. Our Odin wants to carry us, dude. I'm pretty sure he was thinking that the whole game, man. He's going a hard carry build. Don't necessarily not like it, because it's really tanky and has a lot of health. So I think we're just like, we're going to hop on with me real quick. Just frag Middle Phoenix. Our Odin zoned everyone out. This Thor is got me feeling some type of way. Pop the Aegis. I beads the Aegis because I thought something was going to happen. Putting out a bunch of damage, kind of just... See, I'm in slow form this whole fight, just putting a bunch of CC down. Almost died to that. That raw beam. It was a good old by Khepri, pulled me out. Really need to... We don't really target focus that well as we could have in this fight. Like, we're still all kind of just doing our own things, which isn't great. The right Phoenix respawn, we're like, alright, boys. Probably to get this right Phoenix. I think me and Soul are still trying to end the game. We thought we could. Oh yeah, I go really hard here. We could have ended the game actually. So like we had a split call right there. It's really bad. We had some people go Phoenix. some people try to go. We could have ended the game, and I think I saw that, but not other like nobody else really did because they were kind of far back. Not necessarily a huge problem, but it's just gonna extend the game a little bit longer, where we could throw harder than this. We might still win the game here because I think our team wins the fight hard enough to where we still win the game, but it could have been dangerous. Our Odin's just, we don't actually win the game because our soul didn't see that we could kill the Titan. Alright, we had like 3 players that didn't realize we could end the game when we did. Me and Odin were like, hey, the Titan's really low and most of them were dead, but it's fine. It's all good. Finish Bloodforge here. It's pretty standard. Thor's going for Hydra's last. That's interesting. Finishes Pestilence way too late. Ra's got a bunch of damage. Still doesn't have Tahuti finish. Their Ra was really far behind like the whole game. It was unfortunate for him. Our Soul finished Tahuti. Our Soul is mad strong right now. She's ripping through everyone that I'm not. And like, so the enemy team has such a problem here, right? Like, the enemy team has to decide, hey, are we gonna let Cernunnos run through us, or are we gonna let Soul run through us? Like, they have a bunch of like single target, like Thor, Ra Snipe. It's really hard for them to kill 2 people, like 2 hyper carries that we have. And that's why our team's really good. We have 2 fatty frontliners, one that's gonna peel for us, one that's gonna dive. And then we have Kamazaz, who's also in and out doing tons of DPS. Kind of easy to focus Kamazaz down if he positions poorly. Wow, he almost got the hammer through the wall. Wow. Really close. Yeah, their Titan's really low. They kind of don't really have a chance here. If we call for the fire giant, just rush the Titan down. That was definitely the call. Their Titan's 1 HP. I'm zoning Wukong out here, right? Like, I want to make sure Wukong can't actually get in there. They don't necessarily need my DPS to end the game here. It's just better that I force Wukong way out the back. Make sure he either needs to back or he's in no position to defend here. I think we call for the all-in. Easy peasy on the squeezy. That's how you win a ranked game. On Cernunnos 80 carry. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at the in-game stats here too. Maybe break a few more things down. For you guys. 29-minute game. So that's a pretty standard ranked game by the end of it, I would say. All right, so hey, I got mastery level 1 again. All right, so we're gonna pop stats up real quick. So yeah, I did a ton of damage. Soul ended up putting out a lot by the end. Their Wukong, like you might say, like, man, their Wukong played so well, did tons of damage. You know, it's probably not as much his fault. You know, he did the best he could, right? But like, in my opinion, he itemized extremely poorly for needing to be a frontliner. Like, he built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items with 0 HP, and total they had 15 magic protections against a Soul. Like, that's just not gonna work. He finished Pestilence by the end of the game, but by then it was too late. We'd already taken down Phoenixes. His game was almost over. So these are maybe some of the things where you might be like, man, I'm playing really well, getting a bunch of kills, doing a bunch of damage, but I'm not winning games. Like, you know what, sometimes, maybe in these fights, instead of doing a bunch of damage, maybe Wukong needed to say, hey, maybe I need to stand in front of my Medusa, stand in front of my Ra, you know, stay alive in their backline longer without having to blow my ulti to where, you know, they can actually get off damage and do their thing. Or maybe I need to be diving with Thor for longer, and so I need to survive for longer. You know, those are the kind of things where, you know, looking back on this game, you know, if I was reviewing this as Wukong, I'd be like, wow, man, maybe looking back at those fights, I was getting ripped by that Soul. Maybe I needed matchup protection sooner. Maybe I misread the game. And so those are the kind of things that, like, looking back at your own games is pretty good, I would say, for you guys to do this on your own some. You know, just, like, breaking down everything, builds, enemy builds, rotations, team fights. Like, you can break down so much from one VOD. Like, you saw how much I got from this one VOD. I even learned some things myself about, like, you know, the game and just things I could have done differently, and things where parts where I was over aggressive, maybe a little cocky at some points because I was really far ahead, and, you know, stuff that I can change in my own game. And looking at war numbers and stuff, their Fafnir played really, really well. And I gotta say, he played even pretty good in lane. It's just Medusa got caught a few times, and it was unfortunate their laning phase didn't go so well. But their Fafnir played a solid game, had a bunch of wards, decent amount of damage. Like, he played well. And yeah, so that'll do it for this game. Let me pop out here. Let me see if we're still so yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, but I actually watched through the whole thing. It would be pretty cool. But yeah, so leave in the comment section any like feedback you have for this, other than me moving my camera. I got that already. But any other feedback, constructive, positive, just want to say hi, say I suck, that's fine. I'm down for any of it. But just let me know. Let me know any of that. Let me know any other gods rolls. I'll play anything for you guys and then go back and review it if it's a good game. Any specific gods, any specific roles you guys want, I'll be down to do any of that on VOD review for you in the future. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.